Hey there, welcome back. Today we're going to talk about ways to develop your network during the holidays. This is a great opportunity to get back to top of mind. It's a really simple, easy way to just get in front of someone's radar so that come hiring season in a couple of months, you are able to get in contact with them and it doesn't feel like you've been a complete stranger for the last year. So, we're going to look at 10 different opportunities that the holidays provide to connect and reconnect with your network. And actually, I think we're going to go past 10. We'll see what happens. So, here's the thing, the first thing you have to do is put your list together. You've got both current managers, which, let's be honest, might be taken care of because you see them all the time. And because most offices will have maybe an inner office gift exchange or a holiday party. And so we'll talk about that, but you don't necessarily have to collect your list of folks that you're already working with. But what about old managers, old colleagues? Team members that you used to lead, people that you've talked to once, maybe twice, but they're potentially a really good connection that could be mutually beneficial. So you want to collect your list. Make sure and also include hiring managers that you have interviewed with previously. This is especially important if you're still in the job hunt. Maybe you talked to someone or you sent an outreach email 5, 6 months ago, and now is your perfect opportunity to just check in really quickly. On your list, you also want to include mentors and champions and organizational leaders. If there's someone at a prior role who maybe wasn't your manager, wasn't your colleague, wasn't your team member, but they took you under their wing or you had a really great conversation with them, you want to add them on your list. Also, think about recruiters you've interacted with, HR personnel, talent management, and talent acquisition professionals. Altogether, you want to look at your list and say, who am I missing? Do I have any connections that I've met this year, maybe via conferences or personal networking events? So jot down all the events that you attended, all the opportunities where you could have met someone, and then write all those names down. Okay, now you've got this list with a ton of names and it feels overwhelming. So here's what you're going to do now to cut the overwhelm and make these really, really easy contacts. You can create and distribute something so that it feels a little bit more one on one. So you can send handwritten or e cards with a really quick personalized message. This doesn't have to be a life story or something really deep and detailed, but just something about an experience that you had together. Maybe you went to play golf or you went to go grab a cup of coffee at a new coffee shop. You might send a very quick handwritten note that says, hey, Merry Christmas. Maybe sometime early next year, we'll grab a cup of coffee again. That spot was amazing. Thinking of you. Have an awesome holiday season. Something really, really quickly. It allows you to sit down by yourself in the cool, calm, quiet space, maybe with your own cup of coffee, where you can write these out and then distribute them. So it feels one on one, it feels very intentional. But then later on in today's episode, I'll talk to you about ways to have one to many. Um, Opportunities to continue to build your network during the holidays. All right. So the first one's personalized holiday cards. You can also do the exact same thing, but now making it a little bit deeper, having these be reflective thank you notes, where you just send a thoughtful note showing your gratitude for their guidance over the year, or saying, I was giving thanks for everyone in my life. And I realized that you made a really big impact when you and I talked about XYZ. Thanks again for all you do. Sign your name here. Super simple, but it means a lot for someone to get whether it's a handwritten note or a typed note. I like doing handwritten notes, especially because it encourages me to keep the note really short, but it can be really impactful, even if it is short. Just add that one small specific detail. It makes a world of difference. You can also do a year end roundup email. This is sharing your highlights, similar to, I haven't done this in my family. We don't have a huge family, but I've got a friend, Jenny, shout out to you. And her family does this beautiful, like, family newsletter at the end of the year where they send it to everyone in the family because they have a really big family and extended family. And so on that newsletter will be things like, here's what happened with the kids, and here's this new skill we learned this year, and here's this really sad thing that happened, but we're doing well. Here's a quick update on it. And so there's all these like life pieces, basically giving a roundup of the entire year to their family. Well, you can do something like that on a more professional level where you can share your highlights and also invite mentors or champions or other people that you talk to on a semi regular basis to share theirs. And you can share two or three quick highlights. We're not going to make this a really long newsletter. We're not going to give them a writing assignment or a reading assignment, but you might share, you know, hey, I just wanted to let you know and keep you updated. This year, I got a promotion to XYZ role. I also decided that I'm going to go to this leadership institute, but I'm still trying to figure out exactly which leadership institute to go to. Let me know if you have any ideas. And finally, I also, maybe you're going to say something like, "Oh, my wife had a baby, and now our family is growing, so we're really excited about what's to come. I'd love to hear how you're doing. What's new in your world this holiday season?" Something really, really short. The next one could be a one on one holiday coffee chat. Now, I like to reserve this for folks who I have a deeper one on one connection with, or for folks who I intentionally know that I want to build a deeper relationship with. So often we fall into the day to day grind and we really only deepen relationships with the people who are naturally physically closest to us. It's more of a coincidence that we are developing that relationship. But what I like to do is at the beginning of the year, or actually, in my annual reflection, right before I plan my year, I go through and say, okay, what relationships do I want to be intentional about next year? What relationships do I want to build and grow? And usually it's those folks who I will reach out to and say, hey, do you have an extra 30 minutes to catch up over coffee? And I can do this one on one, but I personally like to do it in person if it's feasible, right? If we're in the same area. Now, finally, you can also share a gift of knowledge. So, I like this one, especially for folks who maybe we found a specific area that we have in common. And so, with that situation, we're really thinking more along the lines of sharing curated articles, books, or podcasts. If there's something that you found that you enjoy that's interesting, then we go ahead and move towards that. We send something of that nature. Then let's say that you really prefer more social events. You really like more one on one or one on one. You really like more one to many in person events. If you are more of a social butterfly and you get energized by being with a lot of people, then congratulations, because that's not me. So, me and you would be great partners in networking because we would balance each other out. I am the one on one, more introvert type of person. However, I've got something for you too. So if you really enjoy these social events and these one to many in person events, then I would look for festive networking events. Maybe there's an industry related holiday party or a virtual networking event that you can attend with other folks in your industry or at your company. You could also host something yourself. If what you want does not exist, you can make it happen. So you can organize a small virtual get together with a holiday theme. So you might say something like, "Hey, I'm getting together past colleagues and mentors and champions and leaders. We are all in the same industry. Even if these people don't know each other, now what you've done is you've created an opportunity for networking. And you can just say it's going to be very quick. We want to share our holiday plans, but I also thought everyone coming would benefit from connecting with everyone else. So this is a great opportunity to have a little holiday fun, but also increase your network." So that's the other thing you can do. Now, I like this one a lot. This next one, this is supporting a cause together. Kind of cool. You could invite your mentor or a champion or someone who's kind of pulled you under their wing, invite them to do something that is charitable. Maybe you go and help at a soup kitchen together and develop your relationship that way. Or maybe there's a cause that feels near and dear to their heart. And this is an opportunity for you to contribute to that cause and to connect on that level. That could be so impactful and really deepen the relationship. The next thing you can do is seasonal social media engagement. Now, again, not my thing, but almost the entire rest of the world is on social media every single day, and they love this social media community that's being built. And so, this is what you can do. You can post holiday themed updates and ask people to engage with others. And you can also on LinkedIn, there are these posts that you can put. I think it's called Social Saturday, is what I've seen. You can really do it at any time. But basically, you tag a lot of people in your LinkedIn who you think might be good connections for each other. And then in the post, you write something friendly like, hey, it's the holiday season. It's the time to connect and enjoy. Hiring season's coming up. And so I thought if I tagged you, that you might benefit from someone else that I tagged on this list. Now, this is a great way to have people remember you specifically, to thank you for helping them, and also to help build other connections and build a bit of a conversation on LinkedIn. This is a great way if you're thinking of starting your, I guess, branding and engagement on LinkedIn. This is a great first post because it really gives you like the warm fuzzies before you have to post something that may not get as much engagement. These posts tend to get quite a bit of engagement because it's helpful. Okay, very last one, and then I'm going to let you go. But I would get on the holiday committee at work. This is a great way that gives you several ways to stay visible and to connect with peers and leaders and colleagues at other departments. And it also gives you a purpose. So if you're the type of person that in order to start a conversation with someone, having a specific purpose for going up to them is important, then the holiday committee is going to give you that. It'll give you an opportunity to get it in front of a lot of people at your organization and kind of be the person who brings the cheer. So you don't have to worry about starting all these small talk conversations. All right, so I think we got to 10, and all of this begins with collecting your list. So if you have an action item right now, that action item is to collect your list. So grab a sheet of paper, write down all the names, and then decide, do I want to be someone who creates something to then distribute that feels a little bit more one on one and that I don't have to take a lot of social time during the holidays on? Or do I really like myself some social events? And do I want to have more of these one to many in person activities? So decide what you want to do and then put it in action now. I know it's maybe a little bit early, but now is when you want to put these things in action so they don't feel like they're adding to your workload come December. All right, my friend, it has been really nice hanging out with you today. I hope you have a wonderful rest of the week. I know that we love you. We're praying for you. We'll see you on the next one. Hey, thanks for listening. I really appreciate you spending time with me today. If you found this episode helpful, please tap the 5-star review on the show's homepage in your podcast app. It would absolutely make my day, and it helps others discover the Uncommon Career Podcast. Now, to download your free career resources and learn how I help seasoned professionals land amazing offers in as little as 90 days, click on the link in the description or go to theuncommoncareer.com. Thanks again, and I'll see you on the next one.